One thing we have done in the syllabus is always selected or chosen the work of those people who are imam and who are thinkers, not those who just follow. So people can learn that how to differ. Our concern always have been that we just don't want to copy the madrasas and also the Islamic Studies department, the universities. This is not the purpose, because the departments of the Islamic Studies in the universities, they don't teach Islamic sciences with the depth. They only teach about them. So when people study hadith in any university in the Western system, they learn about hadith, the history of the hadith, but they don't learn the hadith itself. Same about the fiqh. So we don't copy them, we don't follow them. Similarly, in madrasa, what happens is they have chosen select certain works of the later people. So where the people can memorize some fiqh and some issues and they can give fatwa, but those works they don't make people to think. So what we have done, actually, we avoid the problems of the both types of the teaching. Here we have chosen those works where people can study the sciences properly and in depth, but at the same time they don't follow. They actually they learn and study properly. What we have chosen here actually is those works of in every branch of the knowledge which can make a student to understand the issues properly, but also to think freshly, understand properly, and to be able to differ and challenge and to think differently for their time. So all the works are actually the works of the thinkers and those who understand, those in themselves used to differ from the teachers and from the early generations. So that's the reason actually people learn the issue, think sciences properly, but at the same time they think and they understand and they could be able to differ. In the Muslim world, there's so much differences and divisions, so much divisions among the madhahib and the school, in the aqidah, and divisions also about the gender, men and women, so many different divisions. And the reason actually for this, as anybody can think, is because people don't study this religion properly in depth from the sources. If they study properly in the depth from sources, they will be same as the early generations where the differences are very, very little. So that why I want to take back people to the sources, to study them properly in depth, and where we welcome actually people of all the schools, to anybody who is Hanafi or Maliki or Shafi or Hanbali, or people from the school of Hadith or Salafi, they can come and attend the classes in Al-Salam. Similarly, from many groups in our time, like people are Dewandi or Barelvi or some other groups, they can come and they study, and also political groups in Islam, they can come and study together. So then differences will be little, because if the same class, if you have got the students from all the background, so they understand everybody's point of view, they can see really the beauty of other people's argument, so they will be softer towards, and they also learn from each other. So this is one thing I want to leave, that through these classes, differences in the society will be little, and also the division between men and women has become so big, and that's why in later last 2 decades there are many Muslim women, they are turning to feminism and or to solve the problem. But if the women can come to the class and they also study, they can seriously know sources of Islam. They are not against women. It actually later development in Muslim society which has been so negative against women. But once we study the Quran and the Sunnah and the opinions of the early jurists, there is no difference between men and women in scholarship and learning. One of the important things that through these classes we want to achieve is proper professional scholarship in depth. And second thing is to make the Muslim Ummah united and make the difference as little as possible. People can differ, but with the difference, there should be tolerance and respect. So, there's no harm if somebody is Hanafi or Malik or Shafi. We are not against following any madhab. People can follow any madhab, people can choose from any madhab. But what we emphasize actually is that learn how to respect everybody, learn to respect other people's opinion. So with all the differences, we still can remain same ummah without any enmity, without any hatred.